All right, this is going to be our main source of heat. It's a Mr. Heater propane heater. This particular heater is rated to put out 22,000 BTUs. And I did the formula to figure out how many BTUs I would need to be able to heat this area. So that's going to be our main source of heat. I've got it most of the way tied in. As you can see right here, I need a 2-foot section in between. And then it goes down. And we've got a place where I could put 2 other heaters or 2 other items that run off of propane. And we can run that here too. What I've done is I have created a wall on the greenhouse right here. And what we have is a 16 by 20 foot space. And that's going to be the only area in the greenhouse that is heated. It's just this section over here. So that's going to be our production area for doing baskets. You can see the shadow of the propane tank up there. It's a 400-gallon propane tank that's going to be providing our heat to keep our baskets going. On the other side of the greenhouse, you can see some of the plants that came in the fall. Those need to be potted up. Still have our scaffolding up over here. We've got some stuff that we're just storing for the time being. We also run a landscape company, which is what started everything if you've read our history. So I've got some material left over from fall cleanups. I didn't want to throw it away. We wanted to be able to compost that material. That's all leaves and cuttings that we did for a cleanup. So what we're going to wind up doing is when we put our beds in outside, we're going to compost that material right into the ground and retain the nutrients. So plants out here that need to be potted up. Some other materials, we've got some lavender, some catmint. You can see back here in the back, we're going to be doing some hydroponics or aquaponics. We've got our seed trays that are all ready to go. Pots, some of these are pots that came from landscape installations. Some of these are pots that are new. When you buy plant patent material, the way they know you paid for the material is you have to either buy tags or pots. Well, Proven Winners requires you to buy pots. Therefore, we have some pots in there. I don't know if I mentioned in one of the blog posts or not, but we don't have the door in over here. We got a garage door, and I can get all of my trailers in this door, including the 20 foot. The 20 foot barely fits. So this is nice. So we can be able to move large materials in here. If we have to store things, I don't really want to store anything here, but if we had to, we can get a large trailer in here. So the plan is here soon, we're just going to wire some plastic up in front of this, and that will seal off the end of the greenhouse over here. Give you a little look on the outside. A lot more plants hanging out here. Part of them are conifers, which will be much more happier outside the greenhouse than they would be inside the greenhouse. So they're sitting out there. The rest of these are perennials. There's a few woody shrubs, some blueberries that I bought. There's an umbrella pine. That's a miniature cherry. So that's all sitting out here. And I'll give you another look some other stuff that's going on. This is the rest of the property, and I've never done a video showing the property, but our farm goes way back over here in the back. You can see that cabin up there. That's my neighbor, and I don't know if you can make out where I've mowed the property line, but it goes all the way up to that tree up there. That big tree is the big deciduous tree up there is the property line. Then it goes all the way back to those conifers in the very back. The run is about 890 feet, so it's almost 900 feet from the street out, and it comes back in. So next year, down in through this area, I'm gonna have my excavator come in, and he's gonna put me another pad right down in through here, and we're gonna put some hoop houses. It's nothing that's going to be heated. They're just going to be hoops, and they're just going to help extend the season and give us some more places to protect the plants while growing them. So, and then up over here, the fence is the border between my house or my property and the neighbor. The hay bale up there, that's his hay bale, that's right on the property line. My trailer is sitting right there on the property line. And it's a little muddy out here. We're getting ready to fix that. Our excavator's bringing some stone in probably tomorrow. And we're gonna get some stone in the muddy area so I don't get stuck out here. Bush hog is hanging out. And on the top side, we've got land up through here. So the strip right here by the greenhouse just needs to be cleaned out a little bit. Some of that's just storage. That table, the leg on it broke towards the end of the season. I take that up, get it welded. The skid goes away. It probably goes inside the greenhouse to sit something on. Same thing with these skids. From a landscape job, goes in the fire pit. The tank is going to get stored somewhere, I'm not sure where, but and then down there is just pots. We got pots and then potting material sitting up along the side of the greenhouse. We've got the propane tank down there, and you really can't see it, but right next to the propane tank, that's our water source. So we've got water there, and then there's another one down by the cabin down there. And then the tractor's sitting out front. I need to get that moving. There's a big stack of rock from when he did the excavation work, when he trenched to put in the water lines. So he trenched that out for me, and that's what he took out of the ground. So our portalette, that's kind of key out here. So just a little look around of what's going on. The greenhouse, finally pulling things together. Plastic's been on it for a while, just tying up last minute things, getting heat inside. I've got water, but the water is not inside. I had it through the door for a while. I gotta find a more permanent way. I gotta put a hole through the sideboard and get the water put through and into the greenhouse. Wire up that end right there, put plastic over it, and get some of the perennials inside in the unheated section of the greenhouse. So there's still tons of work to be done, and you could probably see there's the mow line over there. You can see the mow line, which is the border between my property and the neighbor next door. I took the bush hog down through there last probably September, so, and we bush hogged that. And then this other one you see, that's where I take the girls up through there, both my granddaughters. They like to go through there. We bought a UTV, we bought a Kawasaki Mule, and the granddaughters love to fly up through there. We go up through there, down to the end, and then we go back, and back inside those conifers over in there, that wooded area. You go up in there, there's a place where you circle around, you come back out up here, and you can come flying through there. We're doing 25, 30 miles an hour, and the girls love that. We'll come down this hill again, and then it veers off, which you really can't see. Bring it down over here. There's a little lake. They used to water the cattle over there. The guy that owned this about 7 years ago. There's a place over there where there's a small, it's an impression, it's about 18 to 24 inches deep, and the cattle used to get water there. So we'll come down through there and then across the bottom side of the property, and then there's a place down over here. We come back up and back over, and the girls will have me do loops round and round and round, each one a ride. So we have a good time with that. The property is a lot of fun, and we're just trying to get it productive. So just a little look at what's going on. Thanks for looking.